Okay, we're back with the final two templates. This is not a pattern piece, but it has a lot of the different shapes that are on the pattern pieces, so I wanted to cut this crazy one out just to show you all the different um, turns and cuts and everything, just to get that really clear. Okay, starting on a straight side, because it's much easier than starting on a curve. Okay, I'm going to start turning down here. I didn't even need to clip that because it's pretty straight. Now coming around the curve, you see the clips are starting to happen. There's a pie. There's another pie. There's another piece of pie right there. Okay, now on this piece, I have clipped each, these are small exterior curves. I have clipped them closer. They are a little less than 1/8 of an inch. They're closer to the curves because the closer you get, the less material you have, the less bulk you'll have. So I just, when I was cutting it out, I just clipped it. And you'll see here that this is very, very smooth. There's not a lot of bulk at all with the close clipping. On the bigger curves, it's not so important, but these small curves, you can do it as you're turning. You don't have to do it ahead of time because you may see one you missed, but it does work. Okay, this little turn is perfect. Of course, there's going to be a little overlay, but it's really, really thin here. There's not a lot of fabric here. Okay, we're going around here with our pies. Works so well. And we're going to come around here. Again, this is clipped very close. So just lift gently with your purple thing or blue thing. Okay, we're going to need some more glue. Okay, we've got curve with pies. And see how nice that went over? Because there's less material. Just don't cut too little. Just a weeny smaller than it normally is, but it works. Okay, yeah, see, that's nice curve. You don't get any lumps or bumps. Okay, here we have a very shallow curve. I only did one clip over, and this is a wider clip. It's not really a bump. It's just a bump. Yeah, bump. And it can have a little bit more fabric going around it. And here's the last one. We're going slow and just kind of pulling it in. And again, since this is a full template, there's not an end that's open that goes under another piece of fabric. I had to start in the middle. You can go ahead and lift that a little bit. Put a little bit more glue underneath. And it'll seam right up. Lift that up. Okay, there we go. See, it seams right up. Then you can just take a look. Okay, I've got a little bit of a square tip here. Take your purple thing and it's actually thang, T-H-A-N-G, but okay, there we go. Now we've got it all set for putting it in a pattern if that's what you're going to do. Okay? Now we have, this is a familiar piece. This is 10, and it looks really daunting, but it's not that bad. So I thought I'd show you how to do this one. You can start either down here or up here. I'm going to start on the outward curve. Okay, and just start here. Oh, there's one of my clips. See? And just push it around. And I have clips all around here, but about 1/2 inch apart. Okay, we're going into this center dip with our pie pieces. And see, this is all this extra fabric that you left to cut the pie pieces in. That's not going to go anywhere. That's down there. If you don't leave enough, it won't come around and it could start fraying. So you want those pie pieces to show. Okay, here, around this curve. I don't know how much glue I put on here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you can just flip. Now we have a big curve here. So I did not clip so close because it can take it. A little more glue here. Okay. Okay. When I said I didn't clip, I meant I didn't shave it off. There's clips in here, but it didn't need to be cut real a whole lot. You know, it can take the full 1/8 inch. Okay. Go over this bump here. Okay, here was a little fold that I didn't like, so I just pulled it out and pushed it back down. Okay, we're going back around with our pie pieces. Okay. See, I'm just playing with it down there. Okay, this is a small one, so this is clipped. This is clipped a little bit shorter than normal. And you see how flat that lays? Okay. Okay, let's get our pies down. There's 2 pies. Starting around the edge. There. We turn it over. Look for any knobs or anything. This looks pretty good, and it's off to the iron. Now, if you want to know why I use this glue technique, I have tried many types of appliquing. There's needle turn, where you put your pattern on the top and draw around it, and then you turn the edges as you go. While you're holding the background, you're turning it. There's Applique Quick, which uses instead of freezer paper, it uses a film or a net mesh type thing. And then there's the freezer paper and starch turning. I had trouble with all of them. I mean, they turn out fine for a lot of people, but for me, this worked the best. The Applique Quick, I had trouble having the glue stick, and I would put glue on here and it would keep coming up. The iron and the starch always made the paper mushy, and I'm dealing with an iron. I don't have the opportunity to get really, really close, because I'm holding an iron and then I have to hold one of those pointy things. I can think of the name, a stiletto, and it was just awkward. There are people that can use these tools beautifully, but this worked for me. And in the next video, we're going to get ready to start sewing. And there's one more thing you have to do to the template before we do, but that will be video 8. So we will see you then. Bye-bye.